So, Brandon, looking at this Chit Chatter family, right? I think you can answer honestly, right? Who do you think will not be able to make it?
It's not that I feel like he cannot make it there, but it's just that I feel because Jin Yong, right, doesn't have a car. What's up, what is up?
And welcome to the coffee shop. I'm your host, Viren, and welcome to another episode of the KopiBros show presented by the Chit Chatter Podcast Network. Now, for those of you that are tuning in via YouTube or any sort of podcasting platform, hi again. Thank you so much for giving us a try and for giving us a listen. We're just a Singaporean duo that are looking forward to Season 2. Speaking of looking forward to Season 2 of KopiBros, this only works if I have a KopiBro with me. Once again, I'm joined by Mr. Brandon. Brandon, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing not bad.
Doing not bad. How was your hiatus or recording break from KopiBros?
Yeah, my hiatus was hijacked by the NSF.
Oh, yeah, reservice, right?
Yeah, I having like the part one of my first week of reservice. Yeah, it feels like a break, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like a break.
Also, I mean, like next week you have to go back again.
Yeah, it's a high key. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So if you're gonna be doing a high key, right, you have to go outfield all this lah.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm going to fall sick.
I don't know about you, right? Because we've been recording this for so many weeks straight. Do you find it very weird that we do when we don't record, or like when we don't have things? Do you know what I mean?
I know what I mean. It's like suddenly it's like, it's because we record on the same 2 days. So it's like, today do we have recording? Then today's break.
Yeah. But other than that, I think that it's been fun. Season 1. I think Season 2. To go and clear some administration stuff first before we did. We sort of like have a sequence of events that we'll be doing for Season 2. So we'll be doing like scenario episodes, tier list episodes, some more personal life episodes, and then subsequently the 4th episode of every month we'll just like rotate and then see what will be like, maybe like breaking news or like a movie review, or like maybe y'all can like vote for whatever the topic is lah. So I think in general, overall, I think Season 2 will be quite a different format. We're no longer going to be using that alphabet thingy already. I think we said it in the previous episode. But I must say, it's good to be back. Good to be recording that, Brendan.
Finally, you're back.
Yeah. And I guess it's also good that we are sort of recording this together at your place. Yeah, even though we're in different rooms at the moment, because we want to have the sound more in a conducive manner. But bro, is your phone going off or not? Or like,
yeah, I know. I keep looking at it. It's like people have just been blowing it up. I've been texting.
Hey, but this who's that? Altec keeps telling me to turn on the TV to go and check.
Okay. Let's turn to the news.
Okay. Brendan, we go and turn on the TV. Zombie infection has run rampant at CGH after testing on monkey. Virus has gone wrong. Signs of zombie behavior include severe aggression, loss of mental capacity, severely contagious, biting transmitted through exchange of saliva. Oddly enough, they do not attack people over the age of 50 years old. The government is unresponsive at this point of contact. Please seek shelter. Await further instructions as authorities will arrive and updates will be provided through the radio stations. Good luck, KopiBros.
What do we do? What about our parents?
Bro. Oh, they said above 50. I think we're okay.
Okay.
Worry right now about our family and the Chit Chatter, bro. So now that we sort of know like this outbreak is gonna happen, what are we gonna do now? What do you think we should do? I think it's a good thing I drove over.
Yeah. Okay. So we know we have a car. That's a great thing.
All right, but Brandon, first off, in a zombie apocalypse preparation, what is the first thing that we should be looking for and be packing before we head off?
I think honestly the first thing that we should do, right, is take account on like how much food do we have and how long it takes for us to like it lasts, you know?
Okay. So, for this moment, right, now that we're at your place, we'll probably have to go and look for like those canned foods. So we'll take like maybe canned food, like what cup noodles, instant noodles, this type of things.
Whenever I watch zombie apocalypse and you never think it will happen to you, right? is that
So funny.
is that you know, right, that it's a matter of time before the water and the internet and the phone line goes down. But for a good like a few hours, right, it will still be up. So I always believe that one person should spend, especially because Singapore water is clean, you should spend as much time, right, filling up as much water as you think you can possibly carry into whatever bottles, whatever containers you can.
Okay. So let's say for instance now I will designate my wife to go and like go and fill up these like water bottles or this lah. So that after that we can bring it down and then go to the car. News updates will be given through the radio. That further instructions will be given over the FM stations.
Yeah.
At this moment, Brendan, what should we do? Do you want to go off, or should we be like waiting around for waiting for further instructions?
I think you don't have to be waiting, just sitting down there doing nothing, man. So I feel like that's why you can take this time to like research and do things, right, where because your phone and your internet is still on for like a good period of time, so you can like contact people around you, right? Like for example, we will probably contact the chit chatters. Yes, correct. The people like our crew. To decide to plan together what's the next course of like, okay, if in the event that really the government don't respond, like they probably have like 1,000,001 things to do, settle, we must decide like what if the government don't respond, where do we meet? So it's like
it's like we are planning the course of action and then we are planning what we need to take. So okay, for what we need to take, like you said, water, food. I think for yourself, you have a baby. We have to go and take like the formula, the
formula,
baby,
like a one mattress, like maybe like a small little baby mattress.
Would you take your army stuff?
I think I will. I think
I will also.
Yeah, like they said, it spreads through bites.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So you need like maybe like a good first aid, like those small first aid kit in hand,
your first aid kit, your LPV, like something LPV, like a mini protection for your body. Then your combat boots, cause you know your combat boots, when you wear it's really a different thing. When you wear your combat boots and you wear your long fall, you just feel like you're ready for the world.
You're really ready for action. At least you have some sort of like a physical buffer. I think it's not so easy to really grab and tear off.
Yeah.
All right. Now I think that we sort of know. Okay, in preparation, these are the things you have to take. So you'll take our army gear. We'll take some of your baby stuff. We'll take canned goods. We'll also take water.
Cause you see, right, the gas is still working, right? I feel right for mental like preparation, right? Do you think you should cook like one last meal while waiting for it? Because you can't bring the frozen goods. Like, you think about it, all your frozen and fresh stuff, right? You probably won't be able to bring it with you because after it'll rot and it'll smell. The gas is still working. You still got about like maybe a few hours before you're going to meet the rest of the crew. Do you think that you should cook all the food first before you go?
Okay, so you're saying defrost and eat everything now, or like defrost and cook everything then keep it?
I think defrost and cook everything, right? Then those food I can keep, right? For example, like if I fry seaweed chicken, confirm I keep for the next like 24 hours at least lah.
So will you take, like for instance, like certain food, right? It takes a while to unthaw, like the frozen food, right? Will you take them along, no? Like your frozen.
That's a good. But the thing is, like we don't know whether the place that we're going has like a place for you to cook. You get what I'm saying? So we must decide where are we meeting up? Where is our rendezvous point? So let's say like we what in the event that the government doesn't come back to us in the next 3 to 5 hours.
First off, right, I think that the best course of action now is to go out somewhere and be a bit proactive as opposed to staying stationary somewhere. Because I feel that if you're not moving, it'll be too late lah. I would actually strongly consider going to some sort of a supermarket that is in the open.
Yes. You know, that's exactly what I was thinking of. You know, the place I was thinking of, right, is the giant supermarket opposite IKEA.
Yeah. Okay, the only thing if going to this type of place, right, I think that is very big ground for like like zombie, like a moss, like a mass zombie location, because a lot of people will go there, ma. Then it just takes one person to go and get affected. So the places that I was thinking more of, right, is like we go to petrol stations.
Oh.
Yeah, so that you can grab all of the things and then you can pump petrol into the car.
car.
Or like you can like go and get like those fuels. They always have those like standby. You can buy the fuel. Yeah. This is my first stop,
no, but the thing is, I think that's our. You see, I think that's a very good first stop to go to. You get what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Like to go down there, get the fuel, as much fuel as we can, get as much food as we can, to get as much necessity as you can. Because they also have torchlight. They will have like some mini first aid, some have medication.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I say, which is true. So the first place that we should go is this petrol kiosk. But then after, once you get all your goods, right? But the petrol kiosk cannot be a good base. You get what I mean?
Definitely not a base. As in terms of like, where we go first.
Yeah.
Or we're waiting for instructions.
Yeah.
So like this would be the first thing that I would do lah. So I would probably load up the car. I would try to find some sort of a petrol station that I can load everything into the car first. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what I mean. But then after, but the thing is, after we can't stay there for long, because imagine if the car is there, right? Then after
people go and take,
people come and either take the cars, or like too many cars will come there. It will block the way. Because petrol cost, there's an issue is that if you put a car there, right? Then if the cars all stuck there, then you get what I mean. So I say I think it's a very good choice to go to petrol cost for the first station, so that then after we can wait there and assess. But then when it gets a bit too crowded, like you can start to see like, oh wow, our car is going to get blocked soon, or
then we can move.
Yeah, or like there are a lot more aggressive people coming to because like when the laws break down and the rules come crashing down, right? You just know that people in the end will sooner or later
lawless nature will come out.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think for a good course of action first, Brandon, how about you and I go to the petrol station, we go and get our goods, and then after we make sure that our family stays here safely first. So then after we'll go and okay.
Right now it's contagious. It's just only from CGH. Is it airborne indeed? Or is it like there are a certain amount of people?
I would say that it will be more like the Walking Dead type of
right.
So I don't think it's airborne. I think it's like they have to physically fight you.
So it's only started from CGH. I haven't it's not like at the start suddenly like the Trail of Busan, like a lot of people, like this group of people have that.
I don't think so. I think it's like it's CGH, then it's like going to mass spread very soon. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, spread the rate. So we have like exactly one day to go and decide what we're going to do. I think you and I will go to the petrol station first, and then, okay, let's say we go to the petrol station, we will have to sort of trust the fact that our wives can sort of take care of Bradley in the house lah.
Bradley, then after that, they fill up the water as well as
maybe cook something.
Cook all the things that can last for at least 1 day, 2 days.
Yeah, and then after that, go and pack up all the goods and stuff like that lah.
Yeah, okay. like rice. Okay. Wow.
So now let's say we are at the petrol station, right? What are the things that we are gonna take? Like immediately we go for the petrol.
Take all the petrol as we can. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, all the water, like as much water as we can. Then after that, like canned goods.
Yeah, canned goods.
Yeah, medication. Yeah.
Medication. Yeah, torchlights, batteries. Petrol stations, they might have crowbars to like go and pry open stuff.
Oh yes. Crowbars and hammers. Yeah.
So probably we can like go and attain those stuff. Okay. After we go and get those things and we come back, I think it will take probably a few, maybe 1 hour. Do you think?
Yeah, I think 1 hour.
Let's say it's been 3 hours past. There's no information that has been gathered from the overall, like the government or whatever, right? I think we have to establish first off, right, where we're going. Like,
like around. So we let the phones line are still working, but it will probably shut down within the next 24 hours.
Yeah. And I think
when
also,
there's spread.
Yeah, and also I think like we'll tell the Chit Chatter people, right, this is the rendezvous point where all of us are going to meet.
Yeah.
And at the same time, right, do the same preparation things that we're going to be doing. So it's like go to a petrol station, take all these things and fill your car if you have a car.
Yeah.
Go and fill up the water cans or this, then after we'll all meet at this rendezvous destination.
If you don't have a car, they will take a bus.
You can grab. Go and leave. We all got the best discount. All right. First off, right, I think you and I, let's decide where we're going to go. Where is the first place that you thought of going? And then after I'll tell you mine. Like I only have one place, but I've been thinking about it. I think this is the only place that I will go lah.
Like I always think that it's good to go to a police station. as your base.
Oh, okay, interesting. Why specifically a police station?
Because the thing is, let's say there are people there, right? The people there, like, they have a sense of responsibility as a police already, and they got weapons.
Okay, okay.
So if you want weapons, that's the weapons that you can get also. My mindset, right, is either police station, right, or army camp.
The only place that I considered, right, was an army camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, you get what, but it's true because it's like I felt like it's relatively safe. It's just that I feel that police station, right, will be easier to access currently.
Yes, it'll be easier to access currently, but I also do think that in terms of there being an attack, it might not be the most suitable to be defensible.
Correct.
Yes.
Because the thing is, it's most accessible now, but the thing is, like, end of the day, I want to make it to the army camp, but the thing is, because army camp, if you go now, right, they will push you, they will reject you. It depends on, like I said, if the thing is already spread, right, and there are zombies around, right, then, like, there won't be people on duty, because those people on NSF, right, I don't think they will, like... like, I need to defend this army camp.
Okay, let's put a scenario, right, where all of these places are somewhat abandoned.
All the NSF, they went to find their loved
run
ones.
home to their family. So now, like, we are more or less, we can sort of pick anywhere that we want to go, lah. It's just that we have to make a decision, like, where specifically you would like to go. But police station is your first initial thought.
No, my police station is my initial thought if there are still people around. Like, you get what I mean?
Okay. The people are still doing their jobs, lah. Like,
correct. All authorized personnel went to CGH. Like we said it as all authorized personnel went to CGH to try to contain the area, but the spread still is continuing to spread further more and more and more.
Okay.
I mean,
I get what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, get what I mean. So then after, if you say that all police station, all everywhere with like government officials, it's all there's no one there because everybody is just trying to settle, like they're at the Istana, they're at the then those that are not at the Istana is at the CGH.
Yeah, I get what you
then
mean.
of course the first place that I'll go is go to the army camp.
But now let's say like one day has passed already, and then like so everything is like in chaos or whatever, right? Then destination, right? I will go to an army camp, and the only army camp, right, that I really thought of, right, is Sungai Gedong. Do you think that also?
Yeah, because it's the most ulu, like most ulu is the one with the least crowd.
Yes, yeah. The only issue with going to Sungai Gedong is that it is inaccessible to get resources. As in, like, it's not the most ideal to go and get resources.
Correct.
So you have to be like sort of depending a lot on the fact that you will need a good scout team to go out and go and get resources, or to go out and then find stuff.
Yeah. So that's why I will say that I will go to like a police station, right, with a SWAT car. So you can change your car to that car first, right? Then see if you can get any weapons, like any gun, any like shield, like Calval vest for your family.
So our initial first place that we will go after we sort of get our resources is that we will go to a police station first. That so that we can possibly find defensible items lah.
Defensive
like
items. So that we increases our chances to make it to the army camp. Because like I said, you go Sungai Gedong, right? It's going to be a distance from here. So if there's a roadblock, like there's a load of cars in front of us, right? Like, I don't think our cars can be able to like ram it through. But let's say if we got a SWAT car, like the SWAT van, nothing's going to stand in your way.
Those like strong, sturdy, strong vans.
Like if we manage to find a SWAT car, I think Sungai Gedong is my choice. You get what I mean, right? But if I don't have a SWAT car, I don't know whether my car can make it there. And at the same time, like every time I leave the camp, I don't know whether we don't have that because we don't know whether there's vehicles there. Like the SWAT car like for example, the SWAT car won't be there. But I believe Gedong have the tanks.
Yeah, because I was stationed in Gedong for my whole NS, like maybe like 3/4 of my NS life lah. And then the reason why I think that place is good is that first of all, it's in Lim Chu Kang. It's like you have to go past the cemetery, you have to go past Home Team NS, you have to go past like a bunch of camps first. Then you get to Sungai Gedong. It's very defensible because in a way you can see on the road itself, like the avenue in, right? Oh, okay, they're coming through this specific road. I'll be able to go and like shoot them off or go and attack them off lah. I would pick Sungai Gedong. I would tell everyone that we're going to rendezvous at a police station. Yes. So we all meet at the police station. We gather as much as we can, and then after that we head to Sungai Gedong.
Because I feel like it's true. Because Gedong has the most armored vehicles, right? That it makes it easier for you to after that travel out to get resources.
All right, we get in the car, we go to the police station, we go and grab our stuff. Okay, so now this chit chatter crew, right, that we're going to be going with, it will be consisting of Brandon and your family, myself, my brother, Paul, Jin Yong, Jordan and his wife, Gordon, Leonard and his family. Okay, because everyone above 50 is safe. So yeah, these are the people that have been directly involved in the chit chatter thing. We decided, right, it'd be quite fun if there was a scenario where one of them doesn't make it. So Brandon, looking at this chit chatter family, right? I think you can answer honestly, right? Who do you think will not be able to make it?
Honestly,
Yes.
I I think it's not that I feel like he cannot make it there, but it's just that I feel because Jin Yong, right, doesn't have a car. I just feel nothing against Jin Yong. It's not that I wish I didn't have it. Jin Yong, bro, you know you're the fun. I always feel you're the funniest. But Jin Yong, bro, I am unsure whether I will be seeing you at the police station.
Okay, the only argument, right, that I would say for Jin Yong. Okay, let's say for instance, we pick a police station. Is there a police station nearby your place or something like that?
Yeah, I think there's police station nearby. But just the opposite the road only. Like the Jalan Besar police station.
Okay, so let's say it was a Jalan Besar police station or whatever, right? The thing that makes me sort of feel, right, that I think he'll be able to make it, right, is that he lives nearby L. And then I think L will be able to have a car to go and drive.
Yeah. Yeah. I get what you mean. But that's if he makes it to L. You get what I mean?
Yeah, or L has to like sort of make it to him.
Make it to him, yeah.
Yeah, but if I know if I also know this L's personality, right, I think he will drive directly to the police station.
Because I don't blame L. Like, no offense. No, it's not L's fault. Like, yeah. It's in the moment of
most safe.
Yeah, correct.
So I think he'll go straight to the police station. Yeah. And then he'll probably, like, how to say, I think at the most, right, because he's a very careful person, he might go to the petrol station, pump petrol, then after go to the police station.
Yeah. Make sure that there's some protection first. Like, I don't even wait. Since you decided that tomorrow we're meeting at the police station, I go down there first.
Yeah.
It's a safe place.
It's a safe place. Yeah, maybe you already arrived there, then he's already there. La. I feel that Leonard and the family, right, Leonard will be able to make it on. Because, how to say,
I think he's the most
versatile.
Capable, versatile.
Yeah, it's like I think in this style situation he won't panic. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think he'll be okay. I think Gordon, right, he would, to be honest, Gordon, right, he probably will like walk there or something.
Yeah.
But
so that it could be another. So that's why I said it could be another thing. So that, like he. Maybe optimistic, right? Then he walk over, right? Then suddenly, oh my god, there's a tank!
Yeah, okay, that's another thing. I think Jordan and his wife Vivian, right? The only issue is that they are located somewhere a bit further. True. I also understand. But only one, I think Paul will be okay. Paul will be okay.
I think Paul will be okay also.
Yeah,
Paul no problem.
Yeah. So let's sort of confirm, like, okay, like who do you think will be able to make it? Okay, you and we are together. I think we'll be able to make it. Okay, I think Eldad will be there early. I think Paul will be safe. He'll find a way to get there. Yeah. Okay, Leonard, I think will be safe. So the three is Gordon, Jordan, Jin Yong. Because I think Jordan is in an inaccessible location, and I think he also can't drive. As in, not yet lah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's learning how to drive, but Jin Yong completely cannot drive. That's the issue. So he hasn't learned like any lesson or anything like that. How to? So even if he break into a car, right, he won't know how to drive the car.
Yeah, he'll be like, it should be like a go-kart. Let's put go-kart. Let's go.
Yeah, I think Gordon can drive just by like process of elimination and inability to drive. Jin Yong.
Nothing against you, bro.
we love you, brother. But yeah, you gotta learn how to drive. You gotta learn how to drive to survive.
Yeah, life skills.
Life skills. Yeah. All right. So now let's say, for instance, we rendezvous at this police station. Myself, you, Al, Paul, Jordan, Gordon, and Leonard. We're all here together. Let's say, for instance, we have like sort of concluded. Okay, we're gonna load up into 2 vans. We're gonna put everything inside. We're gonna use the safety thing. We're gonna drive to Sungai Gedong. Or let's say, right, at the police station itself, there's another scenario.
There are some stragglers.
Yes. Okay. So let's say, for instance, right, there are maybe a family of, like, a family. Okay.
Wow.
Let's say one, a father, a mother, and then maybe they have 3 children. Okay. Then they are maybe like quite young, like young children. We went to the police station. There have been people that have been there earlier than us. Okay. So a lot of the cars are gone already. There are only left 2 cars. Okay. In this situation, Brendan, looking at what is going to happen and looking at the outlook and the like worst case scenario, would you take them and then bring them along to Sungai Gedong?
Wow. I think if it's a family, I will. You get what I mean? I think if it's, that's why I said, if you said family, I was like, But if it was just 1 or 2 guys or 1 or 2 girls, like, nope. But you can survive on your own.
Yeah. Here's a cup noodle, you go and figure it out.
Yeah. So that's my mentality. If it's a family, right, I can, like, there's a high chance that their wife and children, right, will always be with the wife and children. So if he really wants to be selfish, right, it means that he will abandon his wife and kids behind, and that's very much more unlikely to happen. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's just one guy on his own, or just a couple of friends, it's easier for like friends to abandon friends and steal everything and just go on their own.
Yeah, but if family is like, is blood tight, so you sort of like have no choice but to go and like depend on each other lah. So
Correct.
I think first off, right, I would check. Are they infectious? Do they have any health? Do they have any health sort of like concerns that we have to go over? Like, are you diabetic or any this sort of situation? You know what I mean? I want to know first lah.
Yeah.
And then
what can they contribute also? Like, are they a nurse? Do they work as nurses? What do they work as? What can you contribute to the group? Yeah.
Okay, so given this situation, I would say that, okay, like, if Brendan, you are okay with it, then I think we'll decide as a group. If we ask the group to vote, I think then I will most likely ask the group to go and vote together. Given that this situation, right, will you be okay if the group votes?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, now I got this coin flip thing, right? There is going to be like a heads or tails to decide whether we approve as a group, whether they are coming along with us. Okay?
Okay. Are they heads? They come with us. Tails they stay.
Okay. It is tails. Our group is so evil. Peace off, family.
Why do you do that, Alden? Paul, how could you do this to them?
The morality. Yeah. Okay. And I think it'll be very hard, but in this situation, right, if the group decides, I will honor the group's vote. Because I think that is like, we have to decide together. All right, so now we have all packed up. We are heading directly to Sungai Gedong. We've reached Sungai Gedong, and then along the way, okay lah, like we see like stragglers along the way, or like we see this type of people, or we see zombies like running across the road and whatever. Like, oh my god, yeah, it's a contagious situation. All right, but we sort of reached there safely. Now, when we sort of go to Sungai Gedong, like, what's the first thing that you want to establish there? Like, what are the things that you want to go and set up and whatever?
I think the first place is to find like somewhere you can make it your base, like a place to sleep, a place you can cook, place that is like that is more secure as well. That
a defensible area.
Yeah, correct.
I would pick somewhere that is like a base that is near a cookhouse, and then also maybe near the
DO office. I feel like
the DO office. Yeah. Yes, correct.
Yeah,
correct.
I think DO office should be like the place where everybody have their meetings, like where you all meet to discuss, like the main centralized area where you go, because DO office have like a couple of bits, and I feel like some lookout points. I think usually DO office, like army camps, they already plan it that it's the most, like roughly the most centralized / closest, like seamlessly easiest to get to the gate as well.
Yeah. We would have to, in a way, go and get the armory, the armament stuff.
Yeah. Find a way to open the arms court. That's the thing. That's the issue with, like, in a police station, right? the armory probably will be easier to find, right, compared to the arms squad in a camp.
I know where. That's the
Oh.
reason why I picked Gedong, because I was stationed there. Yeah, I was stationed there for 2 years, lah. That's why. So I more or less like, I know exactly which area I think is good for army defense, because this area is near a cookhouse. It's also near the the transport area where there's a lot of cars, like those medic cars and stuff like that. Yeah. And then in this unit also they will have like a medic bay. So there's a medic bay near a cookhouse that's also near
okay.
a bunk.
That's good. That'll be good. That'll be good.
And if you ever been to Gedong, right, the only way in, right, to Gedong is that there is this like a hill upwards that goes into the front of the camp. I think first off is one, I would split us up into like separate groups. I would say, okay, you go and set up the base there, you park the cars or whatever. Another group is that we go and decide like where to go and find the armory, where to go and find the medic bay, where to go and find all this, right? And then I will have another group, right, is that once we get the armament, all this, right, we have to go and clear out the camp. Yeah, so it's like in the case that there's zombies like moving around or whatever, like
correct.
like in just
like a scout group, like to make sure like to clear our living area.
Yeah. And then okay, let's say we sort of do this, right, and then we clear out the camp. Okay, so more or less like we've sort of concluded that there's nothing here lah. The camp is completely secluded, completely empty. For the long haul, right, let's say, for instance, 1 week has passed, and then we have decided that actually there's no news. We have lost radio contact with the world. How would you sort of like start delegating roles? So as we do this as a group, right, before we started, we sort of put 5 specific roles, right, that we feel that is like necessary for this team to sort of thrive. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So first up is food prep and resource management. Okay, but I think we're putting in a scenario that it's like we're going to be here for like maybe 2 years. Okay, let's just see for instance. For 2 years.
For a long time.
For a long time. Food prep and resource management. So someone that will need to cook, someone that will need to manage the resources of the ingredients. They will need to continually be able to update the kitchen stuff. Like, let's say, like, okay, we're like low on this.
Correct.
Or this type of thing. So they will have to manage the kitchen. And I also think that we will put them in charge of like the farming stuff. Like, so for instance, I think you will have to grow like some sort of like vegetables or some sort of like, if you every time watch Walking Dead, right, they always have like some greenery that is like self-sustainable or something like that.
Yeah, correct. Because like end of the day, you don't know how long can all your goods last, because there's millions of people in Singapore. So like probably all the supermarket has already been hit.
Yeah.
All the fresh produce has already died. Like there's only a certain amount of time that you can actually depend on canned goods. So growing greeneries, especially camp, I think it's possible. So growing like some vegetables, like mainly vegetables and potatoes.
Yeah, vegetables, potatoes, and then I also think like when we reach there, right, before that, this person that we sort of know, like, okay, you're going to be the food and prep person, right? Your job over the first few weeks, right, is that you have to go like all the cook houses and collect whatever like resources are available there.
Correct.
All them all in one area.
Correct. One area. Then you take a stock check of like how much like the food. Then like when do they expire? Like how long can this last us? Then you can manage the resources.
Yeah. Correct. All right. So this one is like food prep and resource management for the foods. Okay. Next up is security and weapons. So we will need someone that would be sort of in charge of. Okay, every night there'll be a security post
patrol. Correct.
So they would have. So I'm guessing that all of us rotate, but we need someone to go and schedule like the.
Yeah, no, but I think someone has to be there in the day as well. So like during the day, right? Yeah, so rotate at night, right? But this person, the main person, right, will be there in the day to make sure to plan as well, like who's looking at the same time to make sure that the camp because sometimes it cannot be one person, because it has to be, the camp is huge.
Yes,
you need like a couple of people to be in the security.
Yeah, and then we will need, how to say this person also will be in charge of the weapons. So it's like, if we need weapons, we'll go to the store. This person will like give us the weapon. Because at the same time, we don't want to like, how do I say?
Free roam.
Yeah. We cannot have it like in a way that your weapons, like this person go and take the gun, go and then we no more bullets or whatever. We will need someone to manage the.
I think manage, correct. Like everybody, I believe that, but I feel like everybody should have one. Like every guy should have one gun. I mean, everybody should have one gun.
Yeah,
but with like a certain amount of bullets, maybe like like one magazine.
Yeah, one or two magazines. Yeah, correct. And then I can imagine all of us will be walking around with safety gear and stuff like that. All right.
Yeah.
So this person will be in charge of weapons and also sort of security and looking out for the place. Next up will be a scout and transport person. So this scout and transport person would be someone that has control over the cars. At the same time, they will have to be the one that will continually going out to go and find resources. Yeah, and also like maybe making the area more defensible. So like maybe they will have to like find ways to block off the main road or something.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and then they will be the ones also that I'm assuming will be going out to go and find like radio stations nearby to go and communicate with people and stuff like that. This one is important because this one is the most risky.
This one is the most dangerous at the same time most necessary job. Like in a while, because maybe at the start you have more than enough food to last you all for maybe like 2-3 months.
Yeah, correct.
But then after 2-3 months, you need to plan, because like people, especially the resource management, know after 2-3 months there's no more food, there's no more ingredients, there's no more. Yeah, like the scout can even like find like the chicken farm.
Yes.
Like
or like
chicken,
the milk,
the lamb farm, the cow farm. Yeah, because there are a lot of them are at Lim Chu Kang area.
Yeah,
so it's
correct. It will have to be done in a buddy system. So it's like I will assume that this thing like you will need.
But I think more than two, especially depends. Maybe the scout buddy system can go out, but then when they decided on a place to like ship back like the cow and the what, I don't think two people can carry back the cow.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then next up will be the first aid.
First aid.
Yeah, not I wouldn't say just specifically first aid, but also like they have to stock take like the medical resources.
Like to assign, especially like to know like okay, like this is for what, like especially for like, the pills and everything, like okay, how many per day, this kind of thing.
Yeah. And then of course like if someone's injured or whatever, they will be the one that like sort of have to do the minimal amount of work to go and help us lah. Yeah, okay, let's go through the thing. And then last off, right, is like we sort of decide whether we need a leader or not lah.
Whether do you need like someone who like comes up with like
instructions lead, or like
correct. Someone to lead, but at the same time to someone who is able to like okay, if nobody can decide, this is the best plan. Yeah. But if you all can, or if
we can decide as a group, then we decide as a group.
Yeah, we decide as a group. Correct.
I agree. All right, let's pick off the roles. Okay, first off, food prep and resource management. Brandon, who do you think is the ideal candidate for this position?
The wives.
My wife can't cook, man.
Yeah. Resource management, bro, for your wife.
And okay. Maybe it's true. The resource management stuff, right, should be very good. Like
because like the admin stuff, like the details. Like she need to find out like okay, each thing's expiry date is when. You must record it down. Like okay, when reaching expiry, I need to highlight it. You know that kind of thing.
Yeah, she'll be good at this lah, because she is very detailed.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I was thinking. In terms of being able to cook, I would say actually the best out of the wives to cook, right, is actually Leonard's wife, which is my cousin.
Yeah. When I was thinking cook, when I was thinking wives, I meant Debbie.
Yeah. But if it was let's say for instance, right, the food and prep and resource management, I think my wife, right, she'll be the most ideal to do the resource management.
Resource management.
Yes. I think that Debbie will be the most ideal to do as a food prep for the preparation. And I think that your wife, right, can help do both. You know what I mean? Like, if you need to, then you need to do resource management. So I think that these three at this area, right, is good enough. And then when you were saying medical bay, right, or first aid, right, actually I was thinking we can put Jordan and his wife there. Yes, because I think that it'll be good to have some, like, first of all, there will not be any issues because there'll be two of them together, ma.
Correct.
Yeah, at the same time, I think that it'll be good because they can do stock takes, they can do management of that, because Vivian has experience doing indentments of items or whatever lah. I think Jordan okay lah. Like he's quite he will learn.
Yeah. He'll learn. Yeah, correct.
Okay. What about security and weapons?
I was thinking maybe Leonard.
Yes. I was gonna say, right, we should put Leonard and Eldad there.
Actually true. Leonard and Eldad will make a good team.
Because they already work together. So they sort of like know like how each other works. I think Leonard will be good to be in charge of the detailed security. So it's like he can say like, okay, this is the like today who's on duty for doing this.
Correct.
Yeah, I can cover the day period. And then I think he's very detailed in the sense like if he notices something that is off or he notices something that is not right, then he can take note.
Yeah, like a security. Yeah, correct. Like this portion of the cam actually must notice like there's a gap there.
Yeah, something like that. And I think L, right, he'll be good as the weapons, like Do you know?
Yeah.
Like he
I
can.
get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah, he can handle the magazines, the distribution of the things. Now this scout and transport thing, right? What are you thinking?
Gordon and Paul.
Yeah,
But no. But yeah. But as in, but they can't do for maybe not for transport lah. Maybe me or you will also go. Like I said, because I feel like scout and transport is a very like
big thing.
a big thing. Correct.
Yeah, I think it will
Because
be
you can't,
all
we
of
don't,
us.
for all four of us. Because the thing is, you cannot just have one car going one side, ma.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the thing is that the reason why we go to Gedong camp is so that we have a lot of vehicles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So scout wise, I think all four of us, then after that buddy system.
Yeah. It'll be like
Maybe
you and
you-
me, and then after that, me, Gordon and Paul, or then we rotate. And I also think that because we were saying that during the day, right, we will need someone to sentry the area, or like at night, like there'll be certain people that will have to go and rotate guard duty, right? So I think it'll make sense that this scout team also is like they help out with that thing.
Yes, the guard duty, correct.
Yeah. So
correct.
like for instance, like let's say for instance today this Paul and Gordon they drove out. Then at night they don't do the guard duty. You and me do the
that shift. Then me and you do that shift. Then after that, we rotate. Correct.
Yeah, correct. I think that will be the most feasible outcome. All right. And then lastly, it is the leader position. Okay, Brandon, what do you think should be the overall decision for this leadership thing?
I think it should be either you or Leonard.
I think, right, it should be 3 people.
Oh, 3 people leadership.
Yes.
Then,
And then
that's actually very good. That's actually very good.
Yes. Because I don't think that how to say it'll be good to just have one person just be the outright leader lah. In the case that there's a situation that is very like chaotic or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Correct. Actually, true. Then I get what you mean. Then whenever like if it's not a good consensus, then the 3 leaders will decide. Then like the majority wins lah.
Yes. So I think that I think Leonard has to be one of the leaders.
Yeah, I also think that has to be one of them.
I think it has to be Leonard, you and me.
I think
Just knowing the
you'll make
personalities of everyone.
Yeah. You get what I mean? I get what you mean. It's like
How do you say? It's like our personalities is like you can put us in leadership positions, but at the same time we are not outright like we need to be the leader.
passive, but we are decisive in some sense. Yeah. If any of us is too decisive, right? Like it may push the rest of us may got conflict.
Yes, may have conflict. Because they always say, right, the best leaders are people that don't want to be leaders. Because in the sense they make decisions for the group. They don't make decisions for themselves.
Yes, actually that's true.
Yeah. All right. I think that now that we sort of established our roles, let's say, for instance, right, another case scenario is that, yes, we've been doing this for 2 years already. Okay? So we've been doing this zombie outbreak for 2 years. We have successfully defended the camp for 2 years. But at the same time, also, resources are dwindling. Things are getting harder to manage. We're not being able to sort of, things are getting harder and harder to find. So like resources are getting harder to find. It's becoming more often that zombies are coming our direction. Then we have to clear them off the hordes and stuff like that. We have a radio base that is somewhat nearby. We go to that radio base every day, the scout team, right, on the way back home.
Yeah.
Correct? Let's say, for instance, they get a signal message that says there is opportunity for a helicopter to arrive to your base. Okay? Yeah. However, this helicopter is en route to another safe area that has been warded off that has a potential cure for or antivirus or like a vaccine. So even if you get bitten, right, you will not get infected. However, this journey, right, is very far away. There is a chance that there will not be another team that can come back again. Okay? You can only send 4 people to go to this thing. Brendan, in this scenario, right, who are you sending the 4 people?
Wow. It's damn hard, man.
It's damn hard, brother. I thought about this for a while. Yeah.
Because if it's 4, right, I think but the thing is that's the thing. Whether like is it guaranteed whether we will survive or not? So like I said, I believe if no matter what, if I know that we won't survive, like you get what I mean? Like if I know that the people at the camp, right, we confirm won't make it. Like we won't last like the rest of our life. We confirm cannot survive. Yeah. No, but you can tell because especially let's say the 3 of us, we are like you can assess ma. Like almost everything is expired. There's no more food out there. there's like we can't grow. I think the bottom line boils down to whether we are able to grow our own food. If we are even able to grow our own food, right?
Yeah.
The point is, if we can't even grow our own food, right, then that's it, ma. We just know that these people here are just waiting to die already. Yeah. So at the moment, if we know that if I know that we're just waiting to die, right, I will choose all the wife and kids to go.
Okay, so let's say 4, right? You will pick who? It will be your wife, your son. It will be Asher and then also like Debbie and
the other
Andre.
kid,
Yeah, Andre. Okay, here's the thing, right? If he's given this scenario, and I sort of know that there's only a chance that 4 people, but these 4 people will get vaccinated, right? There's a very high chance, right, in my mind, personally, right, I would send one of the leadership to go. If we send a leader to go, right, there's a chance that that person will have the mindset that, okay, I have to make sure that I can find a way to bring them back. Bring the rest of them back. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Or like someone that can coordinate this type of like planning stuff lah.
The one thing I'm afraid of if we send the one whole family over, right? Let's say if we send my family, me and Amanda or Leonard and the family over, right, is that there's no driving factor for you to bring the rest of them back. You get what I mean?
Yes.
Your family is over there already. So it's like, honestly, at this point of time, right, in such a, in this day and age when it's like, there's no laws and everything, right? Who's going to fault you for not bringing everybody back?
Yes.
When
correct.
you go over and you say, yeah, right. Even for me, it's like, I can't guarantee that I will, like, knowing that my son is safe, my wife is safe, my friends may not be safe. But now, of course, now at this point of time, I'll say I will, because the thing is, there's laws, like, you know, we are all close friends, like, and the thing is, there's the thing, but the thing is, at a point of time, let's say it's like that every day, it's like, you don't even know whether it's like survival mode, you know, it's like, you don't even know whether you'll be able to survive. Yeah. So that's why I said, that's one fear of mine is, as well, if you send all the wife and kids, right, then who's going to protect the wife and kids?
Yes, correct. Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It's like, you might go there and then you realize that actually it's not, it might not be the safest option.
Yeah, correct. Like I say, the main thing is whether we can grow food here.
Okay.
If we cannot grow food there, right, I think the wife and kids will hope. Because no matter what, there's more hope over there than over here.
Okay. But there's a huge chance that we might not see them again lah.
Yeah. But the thing is, like I said, because the thing is, I know, like as a father, as a husband, like, you know, you just know that you cannot just leave them here to die with you, ma. Yeah. It's either that, right, or you send one leader, right, with all the kids. Like I said, I know for sure, right, that Amanda and would rather she stay here with Bradley, with me. Like we just live our life here. It may be hard to survive, but at least we're surviving together. We can grow food. We can like, you know, like defend ourselves with weapons there. It's fine.
I was going to say, right, if knowing my wife, if I were to send her alone, right, she will never go.
Oh yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah, so it's like, in this situation, I think that option is out. In my head, right, when I was looking through all this list, right, the only thing I really considered, right, is that I would send Leonard with the wife and the kids, and then I would probably put Bradley with them, and then like you have to stay with Amanda law.
Yeah.
As in, like,
so like I said, like I feel like that if in a case where there's like, I feel like there's no hope, right, I think that's the choice that I will go for also.
Yeah, and I also think that in a way, if we put Bradley with Leonard, right, how to say
there's
he'll think like, okay, I cannot leave him without his parents. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is, even if they do, like, I know at least at the end of the day, okay. Amanda, I know that he's safe. Yeah,
that's the most important thing. Okay, so
that's most important.
So I guess that is the scenario. Okay, now we are gonna like sort of close off this episode. They send them off to the base. They have like sort of reached there, and then everything. We do not get word for them for another year. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, 1 year has passed. Things have become super difficult to go and maintain this base. Okay, like there's like the zombies are coming every time, but I would say that it's similar to like the Walking Dead zombies, so they deteriorate more. So it's like maybe easier to defend, but the horde is more now lah. I mean, more bodies and stuff like that. We get another message, right, that says that there is a chance that if you go to this specific area, let's say for instance Lim Chu Kang, where's a good place to go? Like in the middle of Singapore or something like that. Like
in the middle of Singapore. Maybe
Mandai or something like that. Or like
Mandai. Or NUH.
Yeah, okay. there's a chance, right, at NUH, right, there will be a helicopter that can fetch all of us, but that is the only area that they can go to. Okay? And it can only be done like the next day. Now I will make a decision to you, right? Will you send everyone, we all go together and then we abandon and then we try? Or do you think that, we all just stick it out together here?
I think in this case, right, you need to put it into a vote, lor. I feel like, because at the end of the day, you can't force everybody to go.
Yes.
But let's say if all three leaders decide to go, right? Let's say
Leonard's not
you,
wrong.
me, and Leonard. Or let's say you and me, we all decide that we want to go. Then we put it in the vote. Who wants to go? Majority wants to go. So the people who want to stay, they can stay, though.
Okay. So it's like if they want to stay, then they can stay lah.
But then they have to know that it's going to be a lot harder if it's just like the 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah. But in this situation, right, will you go?
I feel like I confirm will lah. If Bradley is with Leonard and my family,
Yeah.
like I confirm will try. I confirm will try at least, Because at the end of the day, like if they whatever they promise, right? If you know that there's like a better management, there's like a society trying to develop over there, right? It's going to be of course better and worse lah, but it's going to be somewhat better for survival sake over there, ma.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I would make the decision, right, that all of us go together. As in, like, that'll be my thing lah. I say that we have these vehicles, right? We just go there and then we try. If we cannot, right? If we go there and then there's a chance that nothing happens, right? It's okay. We can still make our way back or something like that.
Yeah, because with the armored vehicles that we have at Gedong, right? There's no issue making it back, I feel.
Yeah. And then along the way also, if we can gather resources, then come back. We just think of it as a resource run.
Just think of it as like a long resource run. Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is to end off the thing. The fate of our lives all depend on this coin flip. Okay? So now we have reached the end of the destination, right? At NUH. Okay. There's a gigantic horde of zombies at this area. And the helicopter has arrived. Okay? Now, we are going to flip this thing and then we'll end off the episode to decide and see, right, whether we survive or not. Okay?
Okay.
Do you want heads or tails, Brendan?
I think hates is good. Like hates means we make it. Tails we don't.
Yeah. All right. And
don't do this. I want to make it. Oh, we made it. We are safe.
Episode 2 of KopiBros will happen. Season 2. All right. And then we get to go off. We get to reunite you with your family. I guess in a way, this is an unrealistic story because zombie apocalypse is not very rare that everyone survives.
It does.
Yeah, except
it doesn't exist. Tse-Kyung, so sorry, Tse-Kyung.
Yeah. This guy is scared anyway.
But how do you make it here, Tse-Kyung?
Yeah, but okay, I would say that this zombie experience, I guess this would be the closest sort of simulation that we can possibly have to what we might do in real life. Yeah. But overall, I would say fun episode. And at least you get to go and be vaccinated with your family. Then we all...
Yeah.
Main thing.
We're together. The main thing.
All right. That was our zombie apocalypse episode.
Get out of here!
Oh, look at the time. The coffee shop is closing. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed the episode, please remember to give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. We have episodes that drops every Monday. But at the same time, also, if you're into football, we have the Football Kaki that drops every Wednesday. And if you're into game show formats, we have the SG Draft podcast that happens every Friday. In the meantime, also, if you're interested in voting for our daily tournament polls, you can head over to our Instagram page. It happens every Monday, and then it'll be just like a fun zombie little tournament that'll be happening for this week. All right. In the meantime, if there's a zombie apocalypse, we hope you all stay together and stay safe. But remember,
a kopi a day keeps your troubles away.
When you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. Save who you can save. Never will.
Bye, bro.
Bye, see you, man.